Raw land can feel overwhelming because people assume the whole property must be fixed. But in hospitality, guests do not experience everything. They experience the moments that matter. Most people look at raw land and see too much work, too many weeds, too much soil to fix, too many roads, too many fences, too many acres, too many problems. So they assume transformation requires improving everything. But that may be the wrong strategy. In a retreat estate, you do not need every square meter to be perfect. You need the right parts to be unforgettable. That is the 5% rule. Improve the small percentage of the land that creates most of the human experience. The entrance, the arrival road, the first view, the path to the villa, the dining area, the garden beside the kitchen, the fire circle, the short trail, the viewpoint, the breakfast table, the place where people stop, look around, and feel that the land has become real. This is where value concentrates. 1,000 unused square meters may not shape memory, but one beautiful place where people gather can change the entire perception of the estate. That is why land activation should begin with the places people actually experience. Not the back corner nobody sees, not the distant field nobody walks through, not the hidden infrastructure that does not yet matter to the guest. Start with the emotional map. Where do people arrive? Where do they first understand the view? Where do they eat? Where do they walk? Where do they pause? Where do they take photos? Where do they sit at night? Where do they feel the estate becoming a place instead of a parcel? Those are the high-leverage zones. This also protects capital. A small garden near the dining area may create more guest value than a large garden far away. A short, beautiful trail may matter more than dozens of unmanaged hives. A simple pavilion with a beautiful meal may matter more than an expensive restaurant built too early. The goal is not maximum development. The goal is maximum meaning per dollar. This is also how you learn the land. Where do people naturally walk? Where do they stop? Where do they take photos? Where is the wind comfortable? Where is the shade? Where does water move? Where does the property feel alive? Where does it feel dead? The land tells you where to invest next, but only if you start small enough to listen. The 5% rule is not laziness, it is sequencing. It is humility. It is the recognition that land becomes valuable through experience, not just acreage. 1,000 unused square meters do not matter as much as one unforgettable place where people feel they belong. This is where the Base 2 scorecard matters. Before the dream, the scorecard asks 10 questions. Title: can the land be securely owned, used, transferred, and improved? Access: can people, materials, guests, staff, and emergency services actually reach it? Water: what is the source, storage, treatment, distribution, and backup plan? Buildability: where can structures, roads, utilities, gardens, and gathering spaces realistically go? Demand: why would people want to visit, stay, return, or belong there? Operations: can the site be managed simply without creating a fragile machine? Legal use: can the intended use actually happen under local rules? Low capex activation: what can prove demand before heavy development? Community: who are the people this place is for, and how will trust form before stress? Exit logic: who might value the asset later, And why would it be more useful than when it started? Base 2 does not start with the dream. It starts with the scorecard. The 5% rule is a discipline. Improve the parts of the land that change perception, access, experience, and usefulness first. The scorecard tells you where small changes can create the largest proof.